Vamos.
That was amazing. What an afternoon, evening, or morning that was for all of us. Indeed, indeed.
It was amazing.
Got that echo?
Should be okay now.
Great, thank you very much. So look, I hope that we'll keep doing this. I hope that you enjoyed our time together.
Are you having issues with your sound, maybe? All right, I guess. When did you
try that one more time? There we go. Thank you for your patience. What I'd love to do is give you one takeaway from me. Manu and Andy, I'd love to ask for one from each of you, and then we'll close with just a couple of housekeeping events about what goes on in the future.
Sounds great. Cool?
Thank you. From me, as I'm getting deeper and deeper into the space, what I learned is about this wider perspective. This wider perspective is that the global megatrends are already well in play. The digital economy, as a result of COVID, it was moving fast before, and now it's moving crazy fast. You heard our investors say that they're much busier than they were just a year and a half ago. There are new currencies already available. They're currencies that governments don't control. Some want to, some don't. But I think we heard Suji say, or the folks on the last panel, that the genie is out of the bottle, and there is no opportunity really to stop the new currencies from joining the system. And why do those new currencies matter? Because they provide access to capital for people who wouldn't otherwise have access to capital and find new ways of making a living. They provide opportunities for transactions that were never possible in Web 2. So these new currencies are opening worlds for us in ways that we're just starting to understand. What are some of the challenges? We heard one about onboarding, that it's too complex. As Suji said, when our grandmothers are going on, we know we got the right stuff. So there's more onboarding simplicity to bring to the situation. And this dystopian reality really stuck with me from our first panel. And how do we prevent dystopian system where every single move is watchable, trackable, and stoppable? And the answer was that we have to make sure that the systems are decentralized, that they are permissionless, they're trustless, and hyper-tokenized. That's for me. How about for you, Andy?
Yeah, for me, maybe stepping back a bit in the wide scale of all of this, it's just excitement. Maybe more so a feeling than a takeaway, but just listening to our great panel, multiple panels of speakers, is all of the opportunity and like thought leadership that's going on in this space still has so much space to grow and to involve these principles into how we can organize. And as we talk about it, doing good, empowering communities to become self-owned, self-sustained, and self-governed, as that so much of this digital economy is what enables that. And yes, there are challenges. There are a lot of roadblocks in the way, but at the same time, the underlying capabilities and opportunities enabled through some of these technologies, all of these technologies really make that possibility so much closer within our grasp than previously spoken. So for me, it's mostly just exciting. I'm newer to the space than everyone that spoke before, so I'm very much still learning too. I think a lot of our community is, but it just understandably shows how you can get pulled into this and never want to leave it as you learn from everything that's going on. How about you, Manu?
Well, from my side, it was great having all of these great minds in our community, just coming and explaining their points of view. There's so much to learn. Everyone is learning. Right now, everyone is trying to figure out what's going on. And it's super exciting to see that. Because currently we have the tools for enabling communities to collaborate and to co-create in a new level that it was never possible before. We are now connected in a very different way. And I think it's going to enable a lot of co-creation, co-ownership, and so many things with where we involve the community. And yeah, to me, it's very exciting because as some of the panelists said, like for some people, something might be valuable and for others, it might not be valuable. But for those that things are valuable, it will play a huge role. The fact that they have this permissionless system and that they can interact without middleman, and that for me is fascinating. As a Venezuelan that's been impacted by the government and what's going on back at home, I'm just super optimistic with everything that's going on in the space. And I just think that there's a lot of opportunity, and I'm super excited for what's coming for us and for the whole world. I hope the technology actually helps, and it doesn't affect as it has been affecting until now. Obviously, it's been connecting a lot of people, but it's also been hurting a lot of people as well. But yeah, I think that is more positive than negative. And with these current technologies that we have, we can create net positive games instead of the zero-sum games that we have currently, where one wins and the other one loses. I think we can create, let's say, reward mechanisms where everyone wins. And yeah, as I said before, we're still figuring them out. And it's super exciting to see that so many people are trying new things in an open source way, so everyone can learn about it. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Fantastic. You make a great point about the net positive, and this is one of our speakers said. It's adding. I just want to throw out there, I think it's adding was one of the books that was recommended to us when money dies. And a documentary that was recommended to us was, I think it's called General Magic. So there's two recommendations that came from our panelists. When Money Dies sounds pretty interesting. I think all that's left is for us to say we will see you next time as the conversations and the learning opportunities continue on March 25th, exactly 1 month from today, also a Thursday. And we thank you so much for joining, and we will be asking for your feedback, so please do share with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wendy. And thanks, everyone.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Selene and everyone from the events team.
Selena and Paloma. Thank you so much.